Are you interested in transforming your life? And it's fun. That's what this video is about. What could be more interesting than fulfilling your potential in life and seeking to fulfill your potential in life? We have all the difficulty, all the dross, all the day-to-day things that we have to do. But let's also have a dream. Let's also have a dream of our potential. There are three forms of fulfilling one's potential in life. Your potential through your giving your gift to the world, through your work, through fulfilling your life calling. There's the potential in love and relationship and family, the potential of love. And also there's the potential of the possibility of there's meaning through how you face both the agony, the suffering, and the joy, the bliss, the ecstasy of life itself, through how you face the human condition. You could say that, in the words of the poet David Whyte, that there are three marriages. There's the marriage with your work, there's the marriage with your family, with your partner, and of course there's the marriage with yourself. And so when we talk about transforming our lives, we're talking about fulfilling our potential, our individual potential in life. And what could be more interesting than that? Happiness and success, and giving our gift to the world, and feeling that our lives have made a reasonable contribution, whether it's on a small scale to our family, to our community, to our neighborhood, or on some bigger scale. What could be more interesting than that? My belief is that, if you feel that you've had a successful life, you've had a great life, then you can die at peace with yourself. So I'm interested in all of these topics, and I'm going to talk a little bit right now about the principles of transforming yourself. So the first principle is that we need to know what's great about ourselves. That's our vision for our life. What's your dream, your vision for what's possible? What you're most passionate about, what's most important to you, your life calling. What's the gift that you have to the world? What are you most passionate about? What's most important to you? To know what that is, and to do what you love. And also to know what your strengths are. Education system often spends a lot of time telling us about what we're not good at, but actually it's really important for us to know what we're good at so that we can do more of what we're good at. Research shows that if you do more of what you're good at, you'll be more successful, more fulfilled, you'll be happier, you'll make more money, whether you work for yourself or for other people. There are lots of benefits of spending more time doing the stuff that we're good at. So let's know what we're good at. And then there's psychological resources. And what are psychological resources? They're the memories of all the times that you were performing really well, or you were really happy, or you were interacting really well, or you were creative. Dreaming about all the good moments of your life, daydreaming about past moments, is really useful and helpful if you get the positive feelings from those past moments, and here's an important and you put them into the future, so that you're dreaming about the feelings that you have from the past and daydreaming about them, feelings of good experiences from the past, and you say, and I want more of this in the future. Those are called psychological resources. Those memories, positive memories from the past, can be used to create the future that we all want to have. So that's what I mean by making the most of yourself, making the most of your vision, your life calling, your psychological resources, your strengths, your talents. So that's one part. The second part is that if we just had that, if we had all of that, then we'd just be out there making it happen. If we just had all the positive, we'd be out there making it happen. But we also have, many of us anyway, me included, have our foot on the brake a little bit. I've got my foot on the accelerator of my life, but I've got things that have happened to me in my life that are like my foot on the brake, undermining experiences. I did badly at school. I was very messed up as a child. I didn't feel loved properly. You can, if you look at my biography, my video biography that you'll find on Facebook or on my website, Story of My Life, I had a difficult childhood. All those wounds affect us, whether it's childhood, whether it's school, whether it's university, whether it's a terrible breakup in a marriage or great disappointment at work. Those things affect us, and they affect us negatively. And they're like the having the brake on while we're trying to drive the car. They're slowing us down. And of course, if you have your foot on the accelerator and your foot on the brake, at the same time, you get a bad smell from the engine and bad stuff happens. So one part of transformation is to heal the old wounds, the obstacles to success and happiness. And in that process, if you do the healing, then there's another stage that becomes possible, which is really the sort of most beautiful stage, which is there's a redemption. The old difficulties, you suddenly begin to recognize that the old difficulties are a part of the resources, of the strengths that you bring to the world. If you do enough healing of the old wounds and hurts, they become a part of your strengths. So, for example, you will know from my other video about my life story, that my mother had post-traumatic stress syndrome. My twin brother and I didn't bond with her. We didn't feel enough love. We were competing with each other. We had a difficult relationship with each other. From about the age of 16, he started getting heavily into drugs, became a heroin addict at 18. I got into personal development. So all of those early experiences mean that from the age of 15, I have been studying personal development, which means that I've been studying personal development for a very long time. You can see how those difficult experiences are a part of my strength. At the age of 18, my brother became a heroin addict, and I once asked a psychotherapist, what can I do to help my brother? And the psychotherapist replied, you're too enmeshed in the family system, you can't really help your brother, sort yourself out. So I made a poetic vow that I've talked about before, that if I couldn't help my brother, I'd help other people. And that's what I've been doing, for the rest of my life. My brother died in his 40s of a heroin overdose. So I can just have this vision of, view of my past, of my brother, of my childhood, as an entirely negative thing. Or I can remember the vow I made to my brother to help other people. And that when I teach, here I am now, fulfilling my vow to my twin brother. I couldn't help him, but I can give something to the world on his behalf. Do you see how that transforms something that's really painful and difficult into something that's positive and useful? Many of my abilities to connect with people come from the fact that I had to connect with different carers. My mother was back at work from a week after we were born. There was constant change of carers, but that's where I learned how to connect with people. So we have all the good things about your life, all the strengths, the vision, the life calling. We have healing the obstacles to success and happiness, the wounds. We have the transformation of those so that those become a deep part of your success and who you are. Then we have taking action. So transformation must involve, you've got your foot on the accelerator, you take your foot off the brake, but you've got to take action. You need to know where you're going, and you actually need to get in the car and get on the road. We're perhaps stretching the metaphor a little far here. And so that's really an important part of it, that do stuff that changes your life. And then the fourth of the key principles of life talent is that is wonder and awe at human existence. To notice that being alive is something really unusual and special, whether it's the gigantic size of the cosmos, the universe, the multiverse, looking at the stars at night, or whether it's human evolution how we ended up here as a result of the Big Bang 13.7 billion years ago, or whether you're religious or spiritual, to have some sense of the great mystery of awe at life itself, so that when things go wrong, when you have difficulties, we all have difficulties, when failures happen, when people die or get ill, or all of those, the tragedies of life, that you have some bigger perspective on it all. So that's personal transformation, the journey of life, fulfilling one's potential in life, making the most of yourself, healing the old wounds, taking action, and staying connected to the mystery, the beauty of existence. I've got a workshop coming up in about a week's time, I think, 16th, 17th and 18th of January, Friday evening, Saturday and Sunday, the Personal Transformation Intensive. Will take you through your own journey in relationship to these 4 points. You will, by the end of the weekend, you will be clearer about your vision, you will have healed obstacles to success and happiness, you will have more positive belief about the future that you can create, and you will be taking action by the end of that weekend. And that weekend leads into the bigger 20-day 2018 Life Talent Program, which is the premier program that we run, that is 8 weekends with a 4-day module over 8 months, which is designed to help us really transform our lives and have more joy, more bliss, more happiness, more success in our lives. Please message me, email me, call me. If you want to book a telephone call with me, you can do that through the website. There's a button on the website which will link you straight to my calendar, and you can just book a time in my calendar to talk to me. Give me likes on Facebook or likes on YouTube. Message me. I want to interact with you more if you're interested. Great to talk to you today.